War. War never changes. People suffer, people die. Guns are fired, explosions, UAVs, logs. I'm now witnessing a war, a big one of a once united community. As two of the bigger creators begin a battle to start all battles.
Piano did not originate my docs. He maliciously spread it everywhere, but my docs originated on a niche forum by this guy's unhinged.
Why aren't you mad at Destiny?
Bro, if you're this stupid, make life better for everybody and just quit.
Oh! Blown the fuck out.
Fight, my brothers!
World War commentary. It's like they say in boot camp. The question is not whether is there gonna be any war, it's when. Well, the war has started, and knowing this community, nukes will drop soon. So today we're gonna talk about it. Who's involved, which are the allies, and which are the Nazis. I'm not an actual Marine, by the way. Things got real heated when Willy uploaded his recent video on Bad and Pinata. A great video exposing Bad and Pinata and his horrible deeds. Most importantly, Bad and Pinata dots Willy. The problem in this video, however, is Willy's attack on Augie. For you see, Augie streamed talking about the drama Willy was a part of in that moment. To kind of sum up what really happened, Willy got doxed, right? And Destiny quote-tweeted the dots saying that this is a bad thing. The problem is that, well, Destiny quote-tweeted Willy's dots, spreading it even more. But for Willy, the issue was one, J-Stock retweeting someone else's tweet talking about the Destiny tweet that shows Bad and Pinata spreading the dots. And also, Kuihman's reaction or involvement in this whole thing. Kuihman and J-Stock are Willy's enemies, and because Augie was more on their side, it provoked Willy to attack Augie. Augie responded with stream, and it seems like these two are gonna go at it for a while. While I started doing my own research, as much as I don't want to really admit this, it's not looking really good for Willy at all. At first, I didn't have all the context about this whole thing that was going on. Whenever Augie was live, I would join in a bit later, so I'd be just jumping in a conversation that was already ongoing. But this is what makes Willy look bad. Willy on his video of Bad and Pinata says that Bad and Pinata actually didn't originate his thoughts. Instead, it was some unhinged Kuihman fans on some forum. And when I first watched this video, I was like, yeah, okay. But after going back and rewatching it, I was shocked to listen to this. And then I asked myself, where's the proof? The names, the forums? Willy provided none of it. For what I've been able to hear is that this person that did this whole thing about WillyMac being dots is a person from Kiwi Farms. And so far, there's no proof that this person is a fan of Kuihman. It could be possible, but there's no proof. And I got this info from Augie, not from Willy, which it should be the other way around, you know?
So WillyMac Show is going to confidently tell you guys that his docs originated from a niche forum, Kiwi Farms. Or maybe he's talking about Spicy Chat. I don't fucking know. He's very vague with his language. But WillyMac is going to say that his fucking docs originated from a Kuihman viewer. Where's the proof? No fucking proof.
Going back on an earlier point, the problem that Willy has with J-Stock was J-Stock was basically retweeting Willy's dots. But then why not do the same to Destiny? Or just because Destiny said it's bad doesn't mean that it's wrong. It's not a good look, man. Willy's issue with Kuihman is that Kuihman, while he was talking about this whole drama, he left Willy's dots play on the background. And the second thing Willy is angry at Kuihman is that Kuihman apparently is dog whistling his fans to go ahead and attack Willy.
New supporters.
Order taken.
Okay, that's not what I'm saying, Max, actually. I just explicitly said otherwise, actually, Max.
He's got a shit-eating grin on his face. He knows what he's doing.
Now, again, you can go ahead and criticize Kuihman all you want for letting the video play in the background. The second point is a bit more strange because Willy knows how this commentary community is. A lot of people just save some of the edgiest shit out there, and most of the time it's jokes. Dog whistle thing came from a donation Kuihman received. Kuihman, first of all, didn't agree with the donation, but he was smiling, so that's what really pissed WillyMac off. Kuihman, though, he denies the whole dog whistle thing, and he has not endorsed WillyMac being dots. Look, I'm pretty sure that this was a whole joke, right? The donation was a joke. That's not to say that there's bad people out there wanting to harm Willy in some way or another, especially now that Willy is marrying a Jew. But it's not Kuihman. It's not gonna be his fans. I doubt that any of his fans are gonna do anything drastic, especially Willy knowing that these are people that just dwell in their mom's basements. Now, I don't want to be seen as some sort of Kuihman orbiter. I really am not. I don't really watch Kuihman that much either way, so. But when he is right, okay? Kuihman posted a 15-minute response to this whole WillyMac thing on Twitter. Go ahead, check it out. Well, obviously, two of the biggest commentary community creators were at war. This caused a crash out in the community. People are even calling out Nicholas Diorio. People are calling him a coward or whatever because he's not helping Augie or choosing a side. Even when Augie was asked about Diorio, he might have something going on with Diorio. He seemed like sarcastic or whatever.
Diorio called me last night. And again, he told me, one, he had no part in the creation of this video, and two, he's not going to cover it because he doesn't want to be involved in community shit. Here's the thing, right? There's multiple ways I can take that. Ultimately, the way that I take it is just, whatever. You're a grown man, you can decide what you want to do, and I can fight my own battles myself. Nick is the Don for a reason. He knows. Animosity for Nick, and I know a lot of people want me to fucking...
Now, if you look at the whiteboard right here, we have two sides. We have the Allied forces and the Nazis. Now, it's kind of hard to choose which should be in which. I was thinking maybe Augie could be in the Nazis because of his past.
Shout out to Hitler. I find it so hard.
But at the same time, knowing what happened between him and Boat-Hylics, I mean, come on. And then him and Connor. Have you guys seen the RFC Mania streams? Connor was bulging. You know, some things that the Nazis wouldn't approve probably happened between the two of them. If you think about it, Augie is in the same side as Kuihman. Kuihman's a British guy. And the British fought against the Nazis. Okay, change of plans. Now it's gonna be blue team versus red team. So on the red team, we have Augie and Kuihman. We might as well throw in Aiden there because he's involved, I guess. On the blue team, we have WillyMac. We also have the person that I'm gonna talk about now.
That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me
Tommy C is a YouTuber. He's been around YouTube for a long time. He used to work with Keemstar. He stopped working with Keemstar. He worked with Keemstar again, and then he stopped again. Something interesting about Tommy C is that he basically gave life to Nicholas Diorio. He's not his dad, but he made Nicholas Diorio. You either love Tommy or you hate him. Tommy has been at war with Kuihman and another British bloke, Chud Logic. I do agree a lot with what Tommy says about Chud Logic, and I'm gonna be honest, that comes from me not really liking Chud Logic, so I'm sorry. Tommy C had an issue with Chud Logic. One, exposing Boat's horrible secret of wearing dresses, even though people agreed to not talk about it ever. And then the second is Chud Logic putting Turkey Tom in an uncomfortable spot about the whole Destiny thing and his degeneracy that would soon be exposed on a video. Again, the whole thing with Boat wearing dresses was something that everybody was going to keep a secret, but Chud Logic apparently spilled it. It could be true, it could be not. And then the thing with Turkey Tom is that Chud Logic was putting Turkey Tom in an uncomfortable spot about this whole video that people knew it was going to be released, including Chud Logic knew this video was going to be released on Destiny, but people were keeping it quiet just in case, you know, they had their own reasons to be quiet. Yet Chud Logic decided to push Turkey Tom in this, call him a sweeper for Destiny. Now, Tommy C's issue with Kuihman is about a debate that they had. It went really bad for Tommy C. And from there, the rest of the problems Tommy C had with Kuihman is how he behaves and the things that he says. Now, I'm making this drama a little bit more shorter. If there's anything important that I need to mention that I missed out on, do let me know, or I'll just find out and mention it if it's really important. The point of bringing this thing up is that this is also a foundation of this whole big war going on, okay? These parties are also involved in this whole beef, mostly because of Kuihman. Right? At this point, either you were with Tommy C or you were with Chud Logic and Kuihman. Some people try to get Nicholas Diorio involved in this drama as well. And just like with WillyMac and Augie, he decided not to get involved. Now, here's the criticism people can bring up to Nick. You have attacked people that have been presenting the same behaviors that Tommy and Willy have before. but yet with your friends, you don't attack them. But honestly, if he doesn't want to get involved, he shouldn't get involved. So on the red team, now we have Chud Logic. And we go to the blue team, where we have obviously Tommy C and his crew. Nicholas Diorio, we could leave him as a floater, but if he were to get involved, and I'm gonna be honest, he'd probably be in the blue team, but we're not gonna put him there, not yet at least. Tipster was on Augie's streams in the chat, so I feel safe to say that Tipster could be on the red team, right? So it's kind of looking bad for the blue team. The red team has a tank. I guess it'd be good for the blue team to have Nicholas Diorio so they can have another tank with them. Now, if Boat-Hylics was to join in, he'd be on the non-binary team and he'd be executed for it. Now, this is an ongoing story, so it's still developing. Now, looking over here, who would win this? Who's going to win? And I say that the people that are gonna win, it's gonna be us, the audience, because we're gonna be entertained no matter what. Now, which side am I on? Honestly, really none. These people don't know who I am. I don't know them either. They don't know that I exist. But I'm always gonna be against whoever is saying wrong stuff, whoever is lying, whoever is being malicious. And I'm gonna be rooting for, I'm gonna give props to whoever is right. So for example, the whole thing with Kuihman and WillyMac, I give props to Kuihman. Going back with the whole Kuihman thing, I can see why Willy might think that he was thoughts by Kuihman's fans. And then if you go to these streams of Kuihman or people that are associated with Kuihman, friends or whatever, Augie for example, the chat, it is a very bloodthirsty chat, okay? They want to see violence. So I understand why he thinks that, but honestly, I don't think Kuihman had anything to do with this. I don't think he's trying to convince people to attack Willy, or that he's okay with Willy being God. I mean, a lot of these people are just shitters or just complete retards like Smaggle. The real threat comes from Destiny's side, Hassan, especially, of course, Ban and Pinata. Kuihman is not exactly responsible for his audience. He is responsible for himself and for what he says. And so far, I haven't heard Kuihman say anything endorsing Willy's thoughts. I do want to mention some things about Nicholas Diorio. Apparently, Nicholas Diorio blocked Kuihman, which I guess that kind of puts him in the blue team. So blue team has tank to counter Tipster. But at the same time, going back to the stream that I mentioned before, he says that he is not going to get involved. He told WillyMac to not go after these people. So technically he's not involved in this war, but I'm going to put him in the blue team just in case, okay? They need the tank. Yeah, this is an ongoing story. As of right now, nothing big has happened yet in this whole drama. So I'm going to be sitting down, looking at Twitter, see what happens. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for giving me the support. Again, watching this video is enough of support. We'll see you in the next time. We'll see you next time.